Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be doing some swatches of my new palette by Urban Decay. This is the Distortion palette. You guys, look at that packaging. I mean, how could you not love that? Like, it's just beautiful. And what's on the inside is just as beautiful. So, I showed you this in my What I Got for Christmas video. But I wanted to go over it a little bit more in depth with you guys and just kind of do some swatches with these. And all these on the bottom right here was actually the top, but I'm holding it upside down so not to blind you with the mirror. But all these colors right here in this row are Duochrome, and basically the way Urban Decay has marketed this is just amazing, because they are marketing this as like a color shift, a color changer. You can apply the Duochromes over any other color and it will change those colors or give them more of an impact. Some of them it really does like completely change the color, and others it just kind of gives them a little extra pop of color. Maybe a little iridescence kind of stuff going on there. All of these appear to have some sort of iridescence to them, and as I swatch them you'll be able to see the differences in them. One has a more of a goldy tone, one has a greenish tone, one has a bluish undertone, the other one has kind of like a pinkish purple tone, and then one has a very peachy tone. So I think that they should have done the swag, this one right here, as a duochrome as well, because I think it could work like that too. It's not as iridescent as the others, but I think it would work. I'm going to try it out and see. The only matte shade that I see in here that has no shimmer, no glitter, no nothing is the black, and that color is called Blackout. This Old Smoke is almost a matte. It has just a little bit of a glitter to it, but it's not shimmery at all. And the rest of them really are like shimmers or foils. They're very, you know, glittery, whatnot. So I want to just go over these and, like I said, do some swatches and show you guys how they can change and shift in color, as well as give a more vibrant color to some of these. And then I will also do it over a couple of the mattes in my Winky Lux palette, and then just because I want to, we'll do it over a couple of mattes in the Morphe 352 palette as well. So if you got BoxyCharm, I think it was, I want to say the November box, you got this palette with it. So most of you get BoxyCharm and you should have this palette. If not, you can use any matte palette that you have or any other shimmer colors that you have as well, and you can put these duochromes over it to give it a different effect. So as you can all see, I have no nails on and I have nothing on my face. I put on just a little bit of lip balm this morning to moisturize my lips. I'm actually doing a skin care like just on Sunday. Today's Sunday. Normally I do my videos on Saturdays, but I didn't have time yesterday to get them all done, so I figured I would just record a few on Sunday. And normally Sunday is my pamper me kind of day, where I just give love to my skin, you know. I do all my regular treatments, masks, the clay masks, that kind of thing, under eye treatments, oils, whatever, to really soften up the skin and give it some extra attention, because the winter months are really drying to your skin, and I just like to use Sunday as a day of rest for the makeup. So don't have on makeup today. If I look bad, I'm sorry about that. I don't think I look that bad without makeup. As a matter of fact, I prefer to not wear a lot of makeup most of the time, but I do love to play with it. So yeah, anyway, enough about that. Let's just get started with some swatches. What I'd like to do is show you on like just my regular skin, and then also on black, so that you can see how the colors change drastically with a darker color underneath. And so I'm going to prime my arm, because I think I'm going to do it right here. Maybe do the swatches right through here so you guys can see it, and I can kind of turn it and show you. So I'll try to swatch it like right through here for you guys, and that way you'll be able to see the difference and how it would look on a primed eye. So I will do it just make like a black or a dark colored shadow right here so that you can really see the differences. I think we'll do that at the end, because I just want to show you the shadows first. So let's just get started. Okay, so the first color I want to swatch for you guys is this one right here. It's called Territorial, and it's more like a bronze color. So I'm just going to put it right there. It's very pigmented. Some of them are not as pigmented, but this one really is. The next one I'm going to do is the black one called Blackout. And it's pretty pigmented for a black. I think it is. And of course we're applying this with our fingers, so you're going to get a little bit more of a pop with them applying with your fingers. Just like any eyeshadow, I think when you do it with your fingers you get a little bit more pigmentation than if you do it with a brush. They apply differently with brushes, I think. This one that I just put on is called the Old Smoke. That's that gray one I was telling you about. And then I'm going to go in with the next one called Shag, which I think could be used as a duochrome as well. Maybe. I don't know. It doesn't have that iridescence in it though, so maybe not. So again, this one is called Shag. And then the next one is probably my favorite color in this entire palette. It's called Velvet. It's like a burgundy, like a wine color. I really like it a lot. See how beautiful that is? It's so pretty. So I'm going to go to the second row now, the middle row, and the first color I'm going to pick up is a very beautiful orange coppery color. It's called First Offense, and it too is very pigmented, but I love it. It is so beautiful. Then the next color I'm going to pick up is called Hot Box, and it's a very hunter green color. Very dark hunter green. And the next one I'm going to pick up is called 5.0. And it's like a blue. But it's not as pigmented as some of the others. Especially when you apply it with a brush. It comes out kind of sheer. Which I was kind of hoping for a little bit more of a pop from that one. But didn't get it with this. Same thing with the next one I'm doing. It's called Rogue. It's a purple sheer color. Kind of what you'd expect from an Urban Decay palette. They really like their purples. And then the next one's called Trash Talk. It has more of a pink tone to it. And again, these are sheer. These last three that I applied will apply more sheer than full-on pigment when you're applying with a brush especially. So those are all the colors minus the duochromes. So now I'm going to apply the duochrome over half of these colors. So I'm going to put it on this side right here so that you guys can see the difference and how it changes. The first duochrome I'm going to be using is called Bleach. It's called Bleach. And I'm going to be putting it just on the end right there. And you can instantly see how it changed this coppery color to a really pretty gold color instantly. What I'm going to do is go with, because they're in rows, I'm going to take this duochrome and do these two colors, and this one and do those two, and so on. So for the black, that would be Shifty, the duochrome called Shifty. And it really does change that black. It makes it like a iridescent green color. Let's see if you guys can see it. It's my camera. There it goes. Okay. So it's really pretty. The next color I'm going to be using is called Space. And I'm going to put that over the Old Smoke. And it changes it, right there, changes it to like a purple color. And then Space will also go over the blue down here because it's in that same row. So let's just apply it there. See the difference? I mean, it really does. And if you can look at my fingertip, it really does add an extra pop to those colors. The next duochrome is called Mind Game, and this one's going to go over the color Shag, which is this one right here. I mean, it completely changes that. It just makes it so much brighter. And then the next one is going to go over Rogue. So Mind Game will go over the purple color as well, which is down here. And that is called Rogue. And basically all it does to Rogue is just give it a little bit more of a electrified look, if you will. Okay, the next duochrome, and actually the last duochrome, is going to be Blur. And it is like the peachy color. And it's going to go over this pink down here, this purple looking color down here called Trash Talk. And it completely changes that. And then also I want to put it over Velvet, the really pretty burgundy color up here that I love so much. Okay, so I missed two, it looks like. Bleach should have gone over this First Offense as well. So I'm going to do that and show you guys how it changes that color. And then the Shifty should go over this Hot Box. It's that green color. And it just basically does the same thing like it does to the black. It just intensifies that green effect. So there you have it. That's all of the colors swatched and all of the colors with the duochromes over them. So I'm going to clean my arm. And then we're going to put some of the Winky Lux shadows on. I'm going to do those on the back of my hand. And we're going to see how it changes those as well. So if you guys are not familiar with BoxyCharm and you don't have this palette, I'm going to show it to you real quick. There's a couple of matte shades in here and a couple of shimmers as well. So I will do 2 mattes and 2 shimmers from here if I can fit them all. And show you guys what they look like with the duochromes over them. The first matte I'm going to use is a real dark chocolate brown. Okay. The second matte I'm going to use is like a dark mauve wine color. Just want to get a really good swatch of that. Okay. And the 2 shimmer colors I want to use, one of them is like a deep copper brown. Very similar to that. It's kind of like a cross between that Velvet and Territorial in the Urban Decay palette. The other shimmer I'm going to use is, well, it's like a glitter. It's a kind of like a really light navy blue color. it has some gray. It's like a gray blue, I guess. Okay. Alright, so that's the 4 colors I have on there. We're going to go ahead and apply some of the Duochromes over these. I think for the chocolate brown, the Duochrome I want to use is Blur. It's the one with the peachy undertone. I think it will, hopefully it'll change it for the better. Clean my finger off there. Pick up some more. Okay, can you guys see that? It gives it that iridescent, kind of like a pinkish purple look. And then over this dark mauve color, I'm going to do one that's, I want to try, I'm going to use the bleach because it's more of a gold. I want to see what the gold effect will do to a color like this. That's pretty. Now, on the other end of it down here, I'm going to do one called Space. It's the one with the blue undertones. And just see what it does. Oh, it makes it real pretty purple, you guys. It's a really pretty purple. Completely changed that color altogether. Okay, and now for this shimmer shade right here, for this one, I think I'm going to try out the Shifty, the green undertone one, and just see what it does. That's really pretty. And for the last one, this blue-gray one, I think I'm going to try Mind Game, the one with the purple undertones. And just see. Oh yes, look at that. That is so pretty. Can you imagine, like, I cannot wait. I'm going to get these on my lids, like, now. They're so pretty, and the way that they change colors, I mean, I don't know if the camera is really picking up how beautiful these are, but let me just tell you guys, in person, like, looking at these on my hand right now, I'm just going, wow, like, they truly are beautiful. Now, what I want to show you guys is what these look like just swatched on regular skin. Okay, so what I want to do is swatch all of the Duochromes for you guys, but you won't be able to see them on my pale skin because they are very iridescent looking. So I'm going to go off camera for just a second. I'm going to apply some Tarte Shape Tape right through here, and then try to figure out what dark undertone to use. I need something that's very black, I think, that you guys would be able to see it and see the colors, how they are. So give me just a second. May have to just use some eyeliner or mascara and let it dry down. I don't know. I'll figure something out, but I'll be right back. Okay, that's the best I could come up with. I know it's crooked. I should have gone that way with it, but to me, when I look at my arm this way, it looked straight. So I'll do it this way. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Duochromes and I'm going to swatch them from here to the black. That way you can kind of see how it changes, or from the black down, I think. Yeah, from the black down. I have concealer all over my arm and I powdered it. So we're going to start with the bleach color. It's that really pretty gold color. Now on my finger, it just looks iridescent. It doesn't really have, I mean, you can see the golden specks in it, but it doesn't look gold. But once you put it on that black, it really does pop. Can you guys see that? And it's even better when you blend it in. But that way you can kind of get a feel for what the color looks like. The next one I'm going to use is called Shifty. This is the greenish undertone one. And you can really see that green. The next one I'm going to try is called Space. It has a blue, almost like a periwinkle undertone. You can really see that one as well. See, on a darker shadows, the better you're going to be able to see these colors and the better they're going to perform for you. And then this one is the Mind Game. It's the one with the purple undertones. And then last but not least is called Blur. This is the one with the peachy undertones. And I hope you guys are able to see those. They're so pretty. So there you have it. That is all the swatches from the Winky Lux palette, the Duochromes, and just the regular colors that are in the Distortion palette. I want to really quickly, because I know this video is getting kind of long, but I want to really quickly swatch over some of these oranges and bright reds that are in the Morphe 352 palette. So I'm going to do that on the back of my hand real quick. This really pretty bright orangey red fire color. It's like a sunset color. See that? That's just a beautiful color. So I'm going to put a duochrome over that. I think I'm going to use the peachy one called Blur and just see. Oh my gosh, you guys. Look at, I know the camera's not picking up how beautiful that really is. I mean, it's just so pretty. If you can see the difference on my fingers though. Can you? This is the original that I pulled the color out of the 352 palette with. And this is the one that I got the blur on it. And it kind of mixed with the other color. It gives it a really, oh my gosh, just a beautiful sheen. It really changes the look of that color. It's so, wow. Okay, so let me go in with one of these more orange tones, like a rust terracotta orange, and see what it does to that one. I want to really get a good swatch on there. Okay, so there's what that one looks like. And then I'm going to go in with this finger, and I want to do, let's do Shifty. It's got the greenish colors in it. And I'm just going to do one side and see. Yeah, it made it okay. I mean, it's pretty, but it's not something that I would just be awe over. So I want to see what other color looks good with that. Let's try that. Let's try beach or bleach. I keep wanting to call it beach. I'm thinking about the beach, you guys. I'm going to put it over the same color right here, this bleach color, that golden, and just see. And that's what it come out like on the finger. So the bleach is over here. It gives it more of a golden tone. I mean, like I said, that color really doesn't, it's not something that I'm just going to be like, oh, over. But it still changes it and makes it pretty. Let me wipe those two off, and then I want to try maybe one of these foil colors that are in here. Okay, dry my hand. Alright, so let's try this kind of brownish red, bronzy color, and see if it kind of does the same thing as the Territorial did. It's already a beautiful foil. See that? It's really pretty. So now I'm going to put on top of that, I'm going to try bleach again. I just love that bleach. That's it really does make a lot of these colors pop. And it turns it such a beautiful gold color. And I think I'm going to go in with, let's see. There's so many colors in this palette, you guys. When I open it, I get overwhelmed sometimes. There's 35 shades, and you're like, oh my gosh, which one, which one? Let's do a lighter transition color that a lot of people use. Just a light transition color, and see what it will do for that kind of color. Okay, so that's what the transition color looks like on my finger. And this stuff, these Morphe shadows really stain your fingers too. So I'm going to pop on maybe the, I think the Mind Game one is got like the purple undertones. Let's just pop that on it and see what it does. It just made it a little iridescent, a little sparkly on that side. Didn't really change it that much. So now on the other side, I'm going to throw on some of this blur and see what it does. Yeah, really all it did was blur it out a little bit. Didn't really do much. But I guess that's the name of it, right? Blur. Okay, so I guess that about wraps it up. If there's any other colors you guys want to see me swatch these with, just let me know. And I can certainly do that for you. I'm going to try to sit down either tomorrow. Yeah, I'll probably do it later on today, or might even wait till tomorrow and do a full-on look with this palette, just to, it's just going to be, for me, it's going to be hard to decide which look to go with, but I'll play around with it tonight and maybe sit down tomorrow and do a look for you guys and give you some suggestions and ideas of looks to do with this palette. I think it's a great palette to have in your collection. It's a great addition to any collection that you may already have, or it's a great one to start your collection with. It's a very good quality. They swatch out nicely. They apply nicely, as far as I can tell. I've done swatches on my own and played with them a little bit on my arms and hands and stuff, and I've done it with and without concealer, with and without primer, and so far I have not been disappointed with them at all. They're really fun to play with, and I think that anyone that has a love for makeup will really enjoy this palette. So this palette retails for $48, and I'm sure they'll have it on sale eventually throughout the year. Just keep your eye open for that. If you want to save a little bit of money, maybe you can use a discount code or something. I don't have any. This is not a sponsored video in any way. I bought this palette and all the palettes that you see here with my own money. So yeah, I just thought that I would show you guys the newest Urban Decay palette and let you see what it does, and just try to play with it a little bit for you guys and show you all the different colors and how they change with the other colors layered on top. I love the Duochromes, and I think that what Urban Decay has done in their marketing, putting the Duochromes on top of other colors to actually change the overall effect of the color, is a brilliant marketing idea. And I'm excited about this palette, you guys. I really am. I'm not one, I'm not one for a bunch of pinks, purples, blues, that kind of thing. I kind of try to keep it neutral with the mauves and the browns and the, oranges and stuff, but I don't really go way out there as far as purples and blues and that kind of thing, or greens. But I really do enjoy the colors in this palette, and I can't wait to play with it a little bit more and show you guys some looks that I create with it. So be sure to stay tuned for that. I hope you guys have enjoyed your holidays, and I hope you continue to enjoy the rest of your week. Be good to yourself and each other, ladies. I love you all to pieces. Bye, guys.